Okay, this is Orlando Wilson. What I want to talk about in this video is something to do with personal security and procedures. And it also applies to close protection, executive protection, etc. Because to be able to look after other people, you have to be able to look after yourself. And you need to understand the threats that can affect you, and also the people you're protecting. And threats are not just threats from physical assault, which a lot of people in the close protection business, security business only focus on threats of physical assault, theft, etc. They don't focus on the more intricate tactics that the bad guys will use to screw you up, to put it politely. Now, I've been in this business for over 35 years, and when I've seen people having issues, a lot of times the threats from physical assaults are an absolute last resort. They come last. The lead up to that is things will happen before then. People will try to blackmail, etc., etc., etc. Other things will happen before the threat of physical assault, assassination, etc. Now, I tell my students, I ask my clients a general question when we're talking about residential home security, etc. Let's say you come home and your front door is being kicked in, a window's being broken into, and you can see your house has been broken into. What are you going to do? Well, a lot of the guys in the business, a lot of the tactical guys or whatever, oh, we go in, search the house, whatever. Okay, that can be right, that can be wrong, depends where you are, depends on your capabilities, depends if you're armed, depends if it's a real burglary or not. A lot of people will say, and again, in the US especially, we'll call the police. And generally, if you call the police in the US, say, I think my home's been broken into, etc. If they're not busy, they'll be there quickly. If they're busy, they might take 2 or 3 hours to get there. And the cops will go in, search the house, make sure it's safe, etc. Give you a report number for insurance, etc. Now, I tell my clients, okay, let's say now you call the police and then they turn up, they go in, search the house, and let's say they find drugs, cocaine, etc., etc., drug paraphernalia on your kitchen table, if you have a kitchen table. What are they going to do? Depends where you are, depends who you are. You can go in and say, it's not mine, officer, honestly. But again, you still have drugs in your house. Will the police take it kindly? Will they believe it's somebody else's or what? But however they view it, it's going to put you in a little bit of a sticky situation, especially if they search the house and say in one of your closets they find a kilo of cocaine, they find an illegal firearm, they find other illegal items. So this is where, if your house has been broken into, and I think this way, if your house has been broken into, it's not just thinking what's been stolen, which is on a lot of people's minds. It's thinking of what could have been put in place. Has somebody broken into your house? Yeah, they might have taken a computer, some valuables to cover up the break-in, but they could have put something in place that's going to incriminate you in the future. In the old days, how were listening devices put in place? Well, intelligence agencies used to break into people's houses. If they couldn't gain covert entry, break in, stage a burglary, and everybody's thinking what's been taken. They're not thinking what listening devices have been put in place. This is the same. Your car's been broken into. You call the police. The police come up, they check your car. Under your front seat, under your passenger seat, they find an illegal firearm. Whose gun is it? Not mine, officer, honestly. They find drugs in your car. They find other contraband in your car that can cause you problems. In some countries, the police will put it there if somebody's paying them to put it there. If your car has been broken into, again, you need to work out your procedures. If there's been a break-in to your car, to your house, your client's car, your client's house, how are you going to proceed? From a protection perspective, a lot of it depends on your threat assessment and what threats you're under. But this is where I'm very wary of things being put in place. And I got it in my books, and also I think in another video, of how for travel security, you need to protect your luggage, because it's very easy for people to put contraband, be it drugs these days, illegal items into people's luggage as they're traveling, which can cause them big issues as they're going through checkpoints, etc. And again, from a celebrity protection point of view, luggage needs to be especially taken care of, because think about it now, you have a celebrity traveling, paparazzi knows they're traveling, paparazzi's waiting for them at the airport as they're going through your TSA checkpoint, your security checkpoint. The bag checkers find some contraband in the celebrity's bag, they open up, they find a bag of drugs, a firearm, etc., etc. If paparazzi's there to get that picture, to get the pictures of the client having problems, the celebrity having problems, those pictures are worth a lot of money. So this is where baggage security is very, very, very important from a protection perspective. And again, it's not just worrying about baggage being stolen, it's worrying about things being put into place. Travel security as well. Hotel rooms, always search your hotel rooms. But think about that. Think about what your procedure is going to be if your car, your client's car, house, etc. has been broken into. Have procedures in place and how to deal with that. And again, from a residential security perspective, there's a lot I could talk about on this, but think about it. And I'll just throw in a funny story. I was speaking to somebody recently, not the last conversation, the conversation before I had with them. And they were saying how embassy staff in one certain country found it odd quite a few times how they would come home and all the shoelaces on their shoes had been tied up. I don't think the intelligence agencies in that country would do such a thing, but if you come home and all your shoelaces are tied up, or your house has been tidied up, or some strange things have happened, maybe some people just saying hello to you. In the meantime, follow me along on social media for more videos, more stories. We've got an array of videos up on YouTube now, and also up on Instagram. The main platform we're active on is LinkedIn, because it's far more professional than the other channels. We're off Facebook. We're trying to get off Facebook. But follow us along on social media. There's a lot more videos up there. There's articles on the blog. And I also have an array of videos, an array of books on Amazon that cover various aspects of the security business, close protection, kidnap and ransom, etc., and also crime fiction. So we've got a lot of content up there. If you connect to me on social media, feel free to reach out and I will get back to you in time. I might take a few days, even a week these days, because I'm very, very busy. And we will be starting the courses up again in 2024, because we've just been slammed busy. So we will be starting training again next year. So in the meantime, be good, stay safe, stay out of trouble, and seriously get procedures in place for what to do if your home, your car, etc. has been broken into, or the same thing happens to your client. And if you come home one day and your shoelaces are tied up, where you're sure you didn't tie up your shoelaces on your shoes that you left at home, then somebody's saying hello.